Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome to Lone Wolf Ham Radio. My name's Ed, this is my YouTube channel. Today I want to give a quick demonstration on how you can use Station Master Pro software to control WSJT-X. So without further ado, this is Station Master Pro. Okay, good bit of software. As you can see, it's got a nice waterfall, it's got a lot of tabs along the top. We've got scope, we've got log, we've got the cloud, we've got the cluster, etc. But what we want to do today is set it up for controlling WSJT-X. To do that, the first thing we want to do is to make sure that Station Master Pro is talking to our radio. Now today I'm using a Yaesu FT-710. And I need to have a look at the settings. So to look at the settings, I'm going to click on Station Master Pro and I'm going to look at the preferences. Under preferences and cat control, you can see under rig 1 we already have our rig type, the COM port, audio in and out, and the baud rate already set. So if you need to change any of these, you just click on the rig type, select your radio, click on the COM port and select your COM port, etc. If we're going to get Station Master talking to WSJT-X, we need to add some information, and that information can be found under third-party apps. In third-party apps on the right-hand side, you'll see start a Hamlib rig CTLD server. This is how Station Master is going to speak to WSJT-X. So we need to enable the big CTLD server. You can leave the TCP ports as it is, as 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see below it says connect apps such as WSJT-X to this port by selecting Hamlib net rig control CTLD, Hamlib net rig CTLD, and the network server of 127.0.0.1, port number 2345. Okay, now that we have reviewed the settings in Station Master Pro, we need to start up WSJT-X, and that can be done quite simply by going to Launcher at the top, click Launcher and WSJT-X. As you can see, because we haven't configured our rig control, it's asking us if we want to reconfigure it now, and we're going to say yes. You can see that the frequency out of band and the frequency indicator is 0, so it's basically not talking to the radio at all. So we're going to click OK. Under the radio tab, then you can see I've got my Yaesu FT-710 and I've got my serial port set as USB serial blah blah blah. We need to change that. So if we go back to Station Master and if we go to the settings, okay, so you can see the message here about connecting apps such as WSJT-X, and we need to get these details, the Hamlib stuff, into WSJT-X. Now at the moment I've got my Yaesu FT-710 and this serial port is my default serial port for cat control. So if I click on rig and if I go to Hamlib, we can see we've got Hamlib net rig CTL listed. I'm going to click on that. Okay, so it's going to change that to Hamlib net rig CTL, and the network server has defaulted to 127.0.0.1.2.3.4.5. If it's the first time you're doing this, you may need to put this in manually. So that's our rig and network server set up, and you can see the test cat button has turned to green, which means that when we hit PTT, it's going to key up our radio, and when we hit it again, it's going to come off. So we can leave those settings. There's one other setting that we need to look at, and that's reporting. We need WSJT-X to send information back to Station Master when we have a contact. So if we go to the reporting tab and click reporting, you can see under UDP server, we have a UDP server of 127.0.0.1, and this is just your local host IP address. And we have a UDP server port number of 2333. If we go back to Station Master again, I'm going to click on the settings. Just put that, and you can see under settings we have audio and QSL recording. We don't want that one. We want one next to it that says QSL receiving and forwarding. So we're going to click that tab. And here we have, I can just slide it up there. Here we have an entry that says UDP ADIF receive contacts from log4m and WSJT-X, etc. So UDP server port 2333, UDP server port 2333, and that's enabled. That's all we need to do in there. Okay, this will probably be automatically enabled anyway. And if you'd put these settings in new, you'd click save and restart, but I'm not going to do that. So let's hit enable transmit and try and get some contacts. Okay, we've got SP6 Delta Oscar Lima. Who's that? Okay, so SP6 DOL is in the log here, okay? And because WSJT-X is talking directly to Station Master now, we can see in our log we've got the latest entry there is SP6 DOL. There you go, that's it. That's how it works. So, just to recap then, in this demonstration I got WSJT-X talking to Station Master. To do that, in Station Master, went to Preferences and we added our radio under cat control. We also added WSJT-X under third party apps, and it's the stuff on the right hand side that you're interested in. In WSJT-X, we added our rig as Hamlib Net Rig CTL. We added the network server as 127001 and with a port number of 2345, and then we clicked OK. The information in the rig and the network server needs to be the same as the information that's under the third-party apps for connecting apps such as WSJT-X. You need to click Enable, and when you do change it, and you do update it, you need to click Save and Restart. To get WSJT-X sending its logs to Station Master, you need to click the Reporting tab. Once you've clicked the Reporting tab, under UDP Server, you need to add UDP Server as 127001 and a UDP server port number as 2333. Once you've done that, in Station Master you can click QSL receiving and forwarding, and you need to have the UDP server port as 2333 and it needs to be enabled. Everything else doesn't need changing for WSJT-X in this instance. And that should be it, folks. Once you've done that, you should have WSJT-X talking to Station Master and Station Master controlling WSJT-X. Alright, that's it for now. I'm going to go off. I'm going to do a little bit more FT-8ing, see if we can get some more contacts in the log. I hope you have a good weekend. My name's Ed. My ham radio call sign is Mike 8 Hotel Kilo Zulu, and the YouTube channel is Lone Wolf Ham Radio. If you like what you've seen, then please subscribe, please share, give me a thumbs up, etc, etc. If you've got any questions, just leave me a question down in the comments and I'll try and get to it. Hope it's been useful. Have a good weekend, get on the radio, 7 threes, and all the best. Cheers.